Okay, good morning, students, and today we will continue with the topic that is dictionary. Dictionary in the in case of Python. So the chapter which we will discuss today is dictionary. Okay, students. Yesterday we discussed different features of dictionary. Today we will continue with that. Okay, students. Uh, if I want to declare a one empty dictionary, the way is curly bracket start, curly bracket close. So it is a dictionary. We can also declare a dictionary with the help of one function dict. Even then, this is a dictionary. But if we give the parameterized dictionary, if we want to give the values of a dictionary, we can give the value like this. Key, then colon, then value, then comma, second key, and then value, then third key, then value like this. There is another method which I have already discussed yesterday. Look at here. I will use the function dict for dictionary and then use here key and value. Key equal to value. Like again, this is a dictionary. Another method to declare dictionary. Look at here. Inside that, you will use a chip function, and in this chip function, we give the values. We give the different values. Look at here. We give first we will give the different keys, and after that values. So look at here. We start again in bracket. We give a comma b comma c. This is a piece. Now then use comma in braces. I give 10, 20, 30. Bracket close, one bracket close, and one more bracket close. Here I'm checking the problem. After chip, there will be one bracket, two bracket. Yes, everything is fine. So I will discuss later on. There is a one error in this. Next is that is important. When we declare a dictionary, we can declare in nested dictionary. Look at here. Suppose I declare one dictionary that is D is equal to curly bracket start. Then I take, suppose name is Aman, and then in colon I use a nested dictionary like roll number, and then colon 1 comma, suppose I say take here marks, then colon, like this, curly bracket close, curly bracket close. Here this is a nested dictionary. Suppose I display D, so it will display the complete dictionary. And if I want to display only the roll number, in that case D in square bracket. So this is the first element, we know that it is a zero location, and after that I display here Rn. So this is the way to use a nested dictionary. So this is the way. So if you have any doubt in this, you can raise your hands with us. Now next is okay students, uh, I have one dictionary, look at here, D. If I'm using it, I declare another dictionary, look at here, D1. Inside this, I declare 1, then colon, then A, then 2, then colon, here is B, then 3, colon, C, curly bracket close. If I use here 1 in D1, D1 is the name of the dictionary, it is telling us true because 1 is existing in the dictionary. It is checking on the keys. So it is telling yes, it is here. Suppose I type here 5 in D1, false because 5 is not any key. But remember one thing, if I type A in D1, it is not checking the value, so it will give us false. So remember one thing, when we use in a keyword, it will check the key in the particular dictionary. Now next is, if I want to check the values, suppose I want whether C is in the, whether A1 is in the dictionary value. In that case, I will have to use, look at here, A in, my dictionary name is D1 dot values. So it will now tell us true because A is in the dictionary. So this is all, this is a in keyword, it check whether particular value is in the key, is in the dictionary. If we are using without values function, it will check the key, otherwise it will check the values. Now next is, yesterday we discussed different functions. One is get, items, keys, values. But there are some more functions or methods which we are going to discuss here. Okay, students. My dictionary is D1, and if I am going to, there is a, I'm going to give here D1 in square bracket 1, and then I assign the value D. Okay, students, what will happen? it will modify the value of already existing value. It change the value. But there is one function that is called one method that is called set default. Set default will not change. Look at here. I'm giving here. I use d1 dot set default. In set default, I give one. One is a key, and then give in double quotes a. Look at here. So it is telling that in one d value is already there, so it will not change the value. So if one value already existing, set default will not change the value. Yes, if value is not there, it will add a new value. Look at here. If I use here d1 dot set default and then set here, I take here 4 and then I take f. Wait, there is a spelling error. d1 dot set default. I give here 4 and f. Look at here. So now key 4 and value of f is assigned. So this is the set default. Set default function will add a new element if key does not exist there in the dictionary, but if it is already there, it will not change the data. Otherwise, if we are not using set default, it will change the data because dictionary is mutable in nature. Next method, I have one dictionary d1, values are here. I declare another dictionary d2, I give 100, then a, then 200, then value of b, then 300, and then I have been giving the value c. So d2 values are there and d1 values are here. If I use update function, look at here, d1, it means d1 will be updated, update, and then I use inside that I use d2. It means, look at here, I implement it and then I display d1. Look at here, value of d2 will be added in d1. So d1 will be appended or updated. So all the values of d2 will be added in d1. This is update function. Now next is, that is also very important. I have one dictionary d1, another dictionary d2, values are here. I declare d3 is equal to d2. So look at here, I display value of d3, both values are equal. But remember one thing, these are alias name. These are the same two names given to one dictionary. Look at here, if I am using d3, I added in d3, I added another key 400 equal to d, and then I display d3, it is added. I display d2, it is again, look at here. So this is, it create alias name. It means two name of same dictionary if we equalize. Look at here, d3 is equal to d2. So this is but if you don't want, if you want that d3 will be a separate list. So look at here, I have one D2. I declare a D4. I will have to use one function that is called copy. Look at here, D4 is equal to one method, D4 equal to D2 dot copy method. So I display D4, all the values are there. Now I add in D4, I add uh, key number 500 and value is E. Now this value is will be added in D4 only. It will not be added in D2. Look at here. D4 E is added, but if I check D2, 500 key is not active. So this is about copy function. So next is, we know that if I want to delete any particular element, I can use pop function. But in case I use here one more method that is called pop item. Look at here. Value of D2 is, I use here D2 dot pop item, and then I display D2. Look at here. The last key value pair will be removed when we use pop item. So 400D is totally removed from the from this dictionary. So next is clear method. Okay students, clear method will remove all the items from the dictionary. Look at here, D2 dot clear. I apply that, I display D2. Look at here, now D2 is totally empty, so it is blank. So, and another is I have a one dictionary D4. I use max D4. So it will give us the largest maximum key. If I use min D4, it will give us minimum key. And if I use sum D4, it will return the sum total of all the keys. So this is min max sum function. And I have already discussed sorted function that will be sort a dictionary. So this is all about different methods. Now I am going to discuss the one zip function, which there was one error in zip function. I am going to discuss that. I am going to declare one dictionary A is equal to DICT, it stands for dictionary, then zip bracket start, then bracket start. I will give the keys. So keys will be 1, 2, 3, and then I will use comma. Then I will give the values. Bracket close, and bracket close, bracket close. Look at here. So there are 3 methods to declare a dictionary. One method is by using zip function. In this, we give the keys and values separately. Then there is a dictionary method, and there is a simple method. So if you have any doubt, you are free to put the questions better. Okay, students. Uh, in the case of minimum and maximum on some function, we apply on the values. In that case, we can take d4. D4 is the name of the dictionary, and then values function. Now it will give us E, because E is the largest maximum value in, because look at here, the value of D4 is 100A, 200B, 300C, then 400D, 500E. So maximum value is E. So if I use min D4 dot values, bracket start, bracket close, then one more bracket close. So it will give us A. But if I apply on some function, it will generate error, because values are string values. These values are not numeric values.